Yeah, I'm back. Let's get this show started, I guess.
Now I ain't slept in a couple nights, about a couple weeks to be more precise. He got dice on his brain, rolling in flames. Fucking thing melted, snake eyes in his veins. Yo, it's no secret, rhyming level maniac. He leave the crowd.
Hey, what's going on, nomads, party people, and strangers everywhere across the internet? My name is V, and I am not wearing a shirt, but I am wearing pants. Just so we're clear.
Yeah, that's hot. That's hot. All right, let's do this.
This isn't a I'm naked video. However, if you've seen the title, you know what it is, and I'm getting my glass out to put some dollar bills in this real quick to cover what I might be saying, because the review we got for you today has a lot of use of the N-word.
Nigga.
What are you doing here, nigga?
And I might slip up and say that word, so already paid up, pops. Let's get this review started of Marvel's newest property on Netflix of Luke Cage. Now, stupid hat. I go on hiatus for work for about a week, and you do. Anyway, for Luke Cage becoming a big superhero, before we get into the superhero show, the backstory behind him from the comics is and it kind of varies from the decade. From the original continuity, he was a jailed African American male in, I believe, Chicago. Oh, I can't say for certain if it was Chicago, because different time streams and different continuities like to put him in certain locations before becoming Hero for Hire. But Chicago is where we're going to go because of 2016 and certain other continuity notes, where he was in jail, but they didn't list him as an innocent man back in the day. And his outfit of choice was a silver tiara, yellow, like canary yellow fringe shirt, blue jeans, and moccasins, along with titanium bracelets on his wrists.
You look like a damn fool.
You know, before his Power Man outfit of just sunglasses, form-fitting outfit, and iron bracelets. Cause why not? Anywho, from just going off from the original continuity to where it is today, to keep up with the political correctness, he is an innocent black superhero that was jailed for the wrong reason. Because Black Lives Matter, right? Anywho, following up from this to where he is in the shows now, he was first introduced in Jessica Jones' first season as the future husband of the ever so popular Jessica Jones, although she's not as tall as she should be, rivaling just 2 inches shorter than her fucking future husband, and brunette with a slight hint of red in her hair.
Let it go.
Still bitching and moaning about that, but I will stomach it for Netflix because it does such good shows. And from him just having an ambiguous sort of finale for himself in the first season of Jessica Jones, he has relocated a few months later to Harlem, New York, where we're now getting into the show. Now, for all intents and purposes, from the 12 to 13 video episode structure of Luke Cage, it's done a lot for itself that not a lot of shows involving the MCU have done. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is getting there with its whole groundedness of superheroes with the government sort of power, but here's the thing about what Luke Cage has done that kind of rivals what Daredevil's second season has accomplished so far. Juggling the actual political corruption and the menace of superherodom in the public eye as well as the hero's eye in great tandem. Allow me to elaborate. We're gonna keep that little cut right there, cause you guys know I do mess up sometimes. From Daredevil's perspective in season 2, everyone hailed him as the hero that brought down the Kingpin. Everyone loved him as the Devil of Hell's Kitchen, the Daredevil. However, allow the consciousness to take apart what has been happening in the same way of basically Avengers 3.5, aka Captain America Civil War. Still Avengers 3.5, where we have every single person in New York City taking apart everything the Defenders have done so far. Jessica Jones snapping Kilgrave's neck because of his actual manipulation of every single person in the area of New York. They're going to twist and turn that into something of fearmonger because she has superpowers. Daredevil bringing down Fisk. Although that does bring fear to those that are criminal masterminds, it also brings into the terror aspect because it's a guy that no one can see the face of, is a pure vigilante doing whatever they want. It's kind of like why a lot of people still in the DC universe fear Batman in a way, even if they do approve of his methods. Because he's a masked vigilante, no one can trust his words. No one can trust his actions because he will probably turn on them because he has a mask to hide his identity. From that whole deconstruction to also apply to what Luke Cage does in the series of being the everyman hero, just wearing whatever he wants to while saving the lives of others. It's still a deconstruction because he doesn't follow the law in their eyes. He'll follow what everyone else in the neighborhood want to do, but to everyone else, he's a menace. And that deconstruction actually follows a lot better than what they were trying to do for the comics about how they wanted the whole Registration Act in Civil War to begin with. A whole nother can of worms for another video. Following that aspect as well, it also trumps what Jessica Jones did for the superpower market. See, Jessica Jones has a lot more abilities than people give credit to of flight, psychic immunity, as well as super strength and durability to keep up with any superhero and keep up with any bad guy. That is one of her good traits along with her detective reasoning. With Luke Cage, you see the development process of all his powers and what his growth process has been. His longevity factor, his invulnerability, his durability, his strength, all of the good things that make him himself. You see all of the factors coming into play throughout every action, not hidden actions, not placating it as if it's a small little Easter egg. It's literally displayed for you all to see. He is a superpowered man that can do whatever he can to help the common man because he keeps to his grounded roots. Now that being said, it's time to get into the actual series. Now from what I remember hearing in the first episode, it's technically 6 months since his appearance in Jessica Jones, where he is now working for a barbershop as well as a former nightclub. Before he got fired, or actually he quit a few episodes in from the nightclub to just work wherever he wants to, because he's fucking Luke Cage. What the hell are you gonna do about it? For all the cast and characters that we could have gotten, I've only got 4 characters to note that have been added to the MCU that I love like a passion. At number 4, we got Misty Knight. If y'all don't know who the fuck Misty Knight is, however, I'm only saying number 4 because they made her an utter bitch in this. A lot of things Misty Knight is. A bitch is not one of them. She is a class act lady. She is beyond a bitch. Number 3 is actually a decent villain in my opinion of Shades. Shades is one slick, sly, conniving, very manipulative little bastard I just want to bash the head into on any single fucking sidewalk. Where I don't know where to begin about how to go into his backstory, because I won't. I'm gonna leave it as ambiguous as I can. He is that legit, that terrifying of a foe, and I loved every moment he was on the screen. Why am I only saying number 3 though? Cause Shades is a little bit too much to stomach at times, and he's a little bit of a creep. Number 2 is the man, the dude, the ever so popular villain of choice for Luke Cage, Diamondback. You son of a bitch! This motherfucker is so methodical about how he wanted to take down Luke Cage and find out his weakness, abusing all the resources from the alien invasion in the Avengers, and even having certain things happen in the finale to turn him into the perfect adversary for him as well as other people in the MCU after Infinity Wars, of course, where he's gonna be such a deadly person to be reckoned with. I cannot stomach how incredible that will be in the final product. But why is he only number 2 on my list? It's cause number 1 is such a heart-wrenching tale of joy. And I'm just like, fuck, man. I can't deny how great this character was. And the number 1 person in general I'm saying is Pop. Pop is the individual in the show that has been like the Uncle Ben character for Luke after he returned to Harlem. Well, actually not return to, more like live in. It's kind of all over the place about where he originally was from the original comics, about how he was. Some say he was a southern person, others say he was actually from Chicago, some people say it was from New York. It varies. It varies. But Pop just came off as like the Uncle Ben character that we really needed for Luke. He is a strong man with a lot of good abilities and a good head on his shoulders, but he doesn't want to do anything with his powers. He has to have that whole with great power comes great responsibility trait to help showcase he can be more with his life. He doesn't have to hide what he is. He can embrace it and do whatever he needs to for the common man. But like Uncle Ben, stuff happens for Pop that I don't really feel comfortable talking about anymore, because it's sad. Anyway, from that whole standpoint of additional characters, we also have great music involved in the show from real life big name artists. One of my favorite songs from this whole show was Jadena's Long Live the Chief, which kind of feels like my theme song recently. I don't know why, I just do. Mostly because I don't want to be the king. I like being the chief, dog. Anywho, from that whole notion of how the music has been and how the characters are, what is the story though? I ain't telling y'all. What? What the fuck? Mostly because I still think that it's still too new in the conscious to even give away too much about the story. All the episodes may have been out and a lot of people may have seen it so far, but it isn't that far in. It's not as long as Daredevil's second season, as long as Jessica Jones's first season. I want to have everyone see the show for what it is, for its entirety. I'm one of those reviewers that will pretty much give away a lot of stuff, but I won't give away too much stuff. Which also kind of points out a small thing I wanted to do when I originally filmed this review, but I wanted to redo things. Mostly because when I was kind of looking through the old footage, I kind of had to stop myself and think, I don't want to be like every other reviewer that has done this and just like, it's so great, it's so wonderful, it's so bleh. I want to embody one thing with you guys about why this show meant a lot to me to actually try to review it properly twice. Why I've been so hyped for it for a long time. I kind of like how I'm so hyped for the Black Panther movie. And looking forward to anything involving a Spanish or any other sort of minority superhero. Still hoping for a Native American superhero, Marvel and DC, that actually means something and has, quite frankly, good powers. Guys, I'm not gonna lie, because we all know this. I'm a minority. I'm literally a walking embodiment of all sorts of races and all the DNA strands just wrapped into one brown package. I don't say I'm black, I don't say I'm Asian, I don't say I'm Hispanic, I don't say I'm Native American, French, German, Swedish, Finnish, all that stuff. I am a walking omni-racial minority. I didn't grow up seeing a lot of mixed or regular minority superheroes. I mostly saw white superheroes. The only time I actually saw minority superheroes were the Justice Friends with Black Lightning and Apache Chief. Even though Apache Chief kind of seems like a very racist character to make, but whatever, I'm not gonna give a damn. And I didn't see another good one until the X-Men with Storm and technically Gambit. Being of Cajun descent, he's technically French and backwater, kind of like every minority was when they were in slavery. And then get another good one until Static Shock. See how small that whole radius is for a minority to just look up to other heroes that aren't white. So yeah, having shows where I see not a white male or female being a superhero meaning a lot to me, that goes a long way for my own self-esteem of saying to my own children, whether it's my adopted daughter today or my future biological children in the future, you can be a hero no matter what your skin is. You can be whatever you want to be in the eyes of everyone, because everyone is equal enough to be a hero, to be a symbol, to be an icon, to help shape the world back into a better place. You don't need to be one race to do anything. You have the right to be any race and shape the world for the better.
That's beautiful, man.
I love shows like this where it shows you don't have to be one singular race to shape how you want the world to be. It's why I really love Steven Universe, because all of the gems aren't human, so they don't have this whole racial structure to do so. I approve of stuff like, I don't know, Super Sentai, because it's Japanese people of any race doing whatever. I approve of, I'll be a little bit of a devil's advocate. I approve of 2016's Voltron Defenders of the Universe, because they tried to do more diversity with the cast and crew, making it not just pure white individuals. I like diversity, and I love how they handle it in a respectful, subtle, and good nuanced manner. And Luke Cage was one of the best ones to show that for a hero that isn't white becoming a hero, staying a hero to be an icon while having the stigma of being a minority in America, I approve of that a lot more than I have of any superhero franchise of any sort. More than I even love my titular favorite of Iron Man. Or Batman for that matter. Luke Cage having his own show, his own full-on season to where it will be developed more with the Defenders, where he'll be even a bigger icon of great proportion to the whole universe of Marvel, along with War Machine, Falcon, and Black Panther. Still need to work on that diversity, guys. I approve of it a lot more than most people will give credit to. And I don't mean people like Pro Jarrett. I don't mean people like Chris Stuckman. I don't mean people like Doug Walker. I mean like minorities in the world. I don't claim to be American. I will never claim that stigmata. But I will claim to be a minority because that's what I am. It's what I've always been. I've always lived with being brown and being judged for who I am before anything else. A show like this, heroes like that, it drives me to try and make the best of things so that my whole future will be brighter. Where I don't have to wake up one day, have people bum rushing through my door, harassing my family and me for charges I never did. For events I knew nothing about because I'm brown. Shows like this give me comfort, give me joy, and give my whole mindset a great deal of empowerment to what I cannot do. If you guys do not see that for yourself, that's wonderful, for whatever your reason is. But you cannot deny that for a minority out there that would love to see a non-white superhero, that it does mean this much to them. And I don't care how else anyone else would phrase this, because in my own opinion, this will be the realest I'll be on a review of anything involving Netflix. But enough about that stuff, guys. With all that said and done, since Season 1 is out, I'm waiting for Season 2 in probably 2018, because we gotta did Iron Fist in 2017 with the Defenders, because I love seeing my Danny Ram boys. Bah! I'm gonna give this whole show an A+ with a 11.8 out of 13. Why only 11.8 out of 13? I would love to give this a higher rating, but first things first, nitpicking. First thing, making fun of the original Easter egg outfit for Luke Cage. Guys, when I used to read the comics, that outfit kind of symbolized the 60s and 70s. Him having the funk and the power. It's kind of just a little nitpick for me because I'm an old head, but whatever. Second thing, I would have to make sure that if I ever did a full-on review of this, to censor out every single time I'd have to say the N-word or show the N-word. And third reason, because the ending kind of feels a little bit fucked up. A little bit fucked up. And by a little, I mean very much fucked up. Like, that was terrible. Why would you write that in? Why would you ruin something so good for me by having that happen? You fucking assholes. Anywho, that is enough of me doing a Nomadic review and sort of a Nomadic insight into my whole opinion on Luke Cage Season 1. So next Nomadic review I'm going to be doing for you guys is going to be my first ever one where my intro is all Spanish. So come back in, I guess, couple days or a week to see my full-on. Hold on, let me bring up the words so I don't fuck up on camera. Comentarios nómadas, Chico y Rita. So hasta luego, nobodies and party people everywhere. So remember to be cool, stay stylish, and I'll see you next time after I get a shirt on.
I've been wandering the street, watching everything from the hustle to the beef. Never had a brother here that got my direction, so I had to learn with the moves on my feet. Had to take a whooping or two to learn fighting. Even though I'm good, I don't even really like it. Had to deal with niggas that were thinking they're royalty. Learned the motherfuckers don't know about loyalty. They talked about it, I watched them talk about it. I got surrounded 20 deep and no one walked about it. With bats and boots, they beat.